extremely different, very awkward, monumental birth of big changes.
Hello. Today I just wanted to discuss why I think it's so hard to have serious conversations about AI and what's happening at the moment. I think we're living in a time of paradigm shifts where intelligence is evolving, and we're going to see the next phase of it, which is something that never happened in our ancestors' lifetime. Historically, it took thousands of years or millions of years to go from one level of intelligence to another. We had the agricultural revolution, which I think happened over thousands of years, correct me historians. Then the industrial revolution, which happened over maybe 100 years or so. Then social media revolution, which happened over 1 or 2 decades. And now we've got the AI revolution, which seems to be happening just over a few years. And what we're seeing is actually monumental. We're seeing the birth of a new form of intelligence, and none of our ancestors have seen such a change happen in their lifetime. We have no idea what is beyond that point. And it can be very awkward to discuss these things in social situations. I think unfortunately, I've torpedoed a couple of conversations in the past when I mentioned these things, because not everyone is ready for this to happen. Not everyone knows how to cope with this, and I don't know how to cope either. We've lived in a society where, in general, the lives of your parents would somewhat resemble your life. However, the new generations coming now and the future ones, their lives will be extremely different to our lives in a fundamental way, which our ancestors have not experienced before. I think we are going to see big changes literally in the next 1 to 2 years. It can be very hard to talk about it. It's like we're ants discussing humans. Like, ants would not be able to discuss what humans are doing, because they're just not evolved to do so. And what we're creating, we're going to be the ants to what we're creating. So we do not know how to relate to it, how to think about it. And ants are more interested in what other ants are doing, just like humans are more interested in what other humans are doing. So we're literally not evolved to understand what's happening. Another reason that it's so hard is because there's been so many science fiction films about this, and it kind of trivializes it when we think of it as a science fiction thing happening and coming true. But in many ways, things that were sci-fi of the past are now our realities of today. For example, when Da Vinci thought up the flying machine, maybe his exact design didn't end up being the modern plane, but he was thinking about something that is now a completely staple part of today's society. So it's hard to think about these paradigm shifts. There's also scary, but I feel that I can't even mount a appropriate emotional response, because I don't think my brain is evolved to understand what's going to happen and what's happening. And this is a problem, because like world leaders and societies, how can we make decisions about these massive changes when we're not evolved to kind of understand them? And I think it's good to look at the works of historians like Yuval Harari, people like Mo Gaudat, who have kind of looked at technology from a philosophical lens. I feel there are some people that kind of have a lot of interesting and valuable viewpoints, and I believe approaching these issues not just from a technological lens, but from a philosophical, sociological, psychological lens can be very helpful, and spiritual maybe. But let me know, obviously the technological part is fundamental as well, but let me know what you guys think, and beleefd doorzetters.